Like many great tales, the story of Cosmoledo began with the exploration and hope for a bounty of fly fishing opportunities. What was found surpassed all expectations.
There's obviously quite a bit of publicity about Cosmoledo and being the GT capital of the world, but it can be very overwhelming for a visiting angler, having watched those film clips and movies and so forth.
In 2016, Yeti's short film Cosmo shattered the silence, finally revealing Cosmoledo to the worldwide fly fishing community. While there are a number of places to catch a GT, few offer the thrill of doing it on the fly, and none of them in such numbers.
The first time we went to Cosmo, I think it was a little bit overwhelming, and I also think that we were fixated on the jeets. But what I realized is that actually Cosmo is not just a jeet fishery, it's everything. You have amazing trigger fishing, you have huge bonefish, you have so many different species to go after. I think it's important to go out there with an open mind.
Everyone that's come here, you can see it's affected their life in a certain way. And when you're walking around and you somehow listening to a conversation, they talk about Cosmoledo or any of the Outer Atolls, you can see the intent in the way they're talking about it and how these destinations has affected them in a positive way.
If you witness one of the glory days when this flat's pumping and alive, unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this.
Triggerfish are finicky, and one of the best feelings is when you find a happy trigger. This is when they're basically tailing on food and they're not really moving too fast, and they're just sort of concentrating on basically what's underneath them. So lucky for you, you get to see a lot of tail. And on this particular occasion, we were in the surf, and when we saw this happy trigger and I placed my fly, it was just sort of following, trying to pin down. I had an orange Alphonse, but he gave me a lot of chances, which is exactly what you want.
Yes!
And when you get them, they are the most colourful and beautiful fish, I think, out here.
With Liam, we were looking for some tailing fish, and we spot this happy tail in the turtle grass just dancing and dancing around. I make one cast, it doesn't see it. I make another cast, still doesn't see it. So I do one just a bit closer, and next thing you know, this trigger just turns its head, drills the fly with its nose, and eats it.
Got him! Holy shit!
Okay.
Yes!
We're going on!
Look how big it is. Woo! Holy shit!
And it wasn't until we brought it closer and actually took a look at it that we realized just how massive this trigger was. This yellow margin was just huge and angry and still pissed off at us and still clamping at us, but we definitely won that butt up.
Cosmoledo is, without a doubt, the crown jewel of the Seychelles, and especially for GTs. For me, what I like to focus on are all the other amazing things that there are to catch, especially triggerfish and permit. Those are absolutely my favorites. Woo! Yeah, in a lot of the other trips here to the Seychelles, I've seen milkfish, and mostly they've been out in deep water, and mostly you see them during your day-to-day fishing a lot. But we had a unique situation where they were in groups and they were feeding on the flat. Their tails were out of the water, and it was really calm, so we could watch how they moved and made a cast out in front of them, and just kind of barely moving it through those fish, and sure enough, I got tight and off to the races. You had it right in the scissor.
Oh man.
I was just blown away. I've never caught the milkfish. That was one of the last ones for me to check off the list of all the different things you can catch here.
That is so sick. Oh my word. Incredible, Dave.
Cosmoledo is a coral atoll. It's 17 kilometers from north to south. There are two main islands, one in the northwesterly side of the atoll, which is called Manai, and there's one in the southeastern side called Wizard. Now we've got a very small camp on the southeastern island called Wizard, and it's an eco-orientated sort of camp in the sense that it's minimalistic. It's almost like it's washed up on the shore. It's been placed on the tip of the island in close proximity to deep water, so it's easy for us to access the whole atoll. You know, at any one stage there can be 3 or 4 different scenarios playing out. You know, there can be a bonefish in the corner, there can be a permit a little bit further away from that bonefish, there can be a GT cruising on the edge, you know, and then there can be a triggerfish feeding on a coral head not too far away. It's very simple. Permit fishing is about confidence.
Part of it is not really about the permit. It's you're your own worst enemy if you target a permit, especially if you're committed to it.
If you find a permit and you can see in the way he's reacting is that he's feeding, and you have the time to get the variety of flies in front of him, and you're staying confident, you're going to catch him.
Trust me, after all of these years, it doesn't matter how seasoned you are. The moment you see a good permit and you are in casting range and you need to put your fly in front of it, you get soft knees.
It can be your 100th permit, and it doesn't matter who hooks it. The excitement is the same.
Okay. Yeah! Yeah! Like that, just try. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God! 70. That's all you.
So one of the questions that has been asked many times is your presence here benefiting the ecosystem, or is it detrimental to the ecosystem? Our philosophy with these outer islands is that we will never get involved or have a presence on any of the atolls if we can't make a positive impact.
A human presence doesn't always have to have a negative connotation. You know, you can see here, being here protects the place in so many different ways. You know, having a human presence here allows us to police and see if there are people coming here and behaving in the wrong way, sort of turtle poachers, illegal fishing. We clean up after ourselves. You know, just this morning we did an hour-long walk in one of the main turtle nesting areas. We picked up 6 bags of plastic.
And here, these little depressions, this one's an old one, but this is actually a turtle nest. And then we've got nests on our right. We've got a brand new fresh nest. You can actually see the fresh sand just behind us where that turtles laid eggs last night. And it's just, really, it's just a collection of rubbish.
But the story here is very unique in the sense that it's the fly fishing that protects this place. Everyone that comes here is for one particular reason. It's fly fishing, but also conservation, obviously. Diving, snorkeling. Cosmoledo is known for one of the biggest seabird colonies in the Indian Ocean. Every little thing you do, every little positive thing you do will make a difference for the future. So that's why we're here. It's not about catching as many fish as you can and doing it without any sort of real positive cause.
If you want to measure yourself against a worthy opponent and you really want to call this duel a fight, I think GT is one of your best bets to do it. It's an incredibly ferocious animal that has a zero tolerance for anything that just crosses its path.
I'll dry my skiff and I'll put it down here. Close to that tail grass, we'll wait. If you see a boa swim by, cast. There's gonna be a jet behind it. Too far. Sweep it. It's when we eat. Keep sweeping. He's gonna eat. It's him coming off the bottom. We're gonna that's mine. He's gonna come. He's gonna eat. He will eat. Keep sweeping. He's gonna eat.
These guys are in for trouble. And it's a very visual type of fishing. So you spot a single fish or a group of fish and you position yourself in the right way, and you have to imagine yourself with a backpack, another rod standing there, and there's wave crushing over you. Once they see you fly and they light up and they start charging, it's a sprint.
We were going over quite a few bommies and I made a back cast and it pretty much took straight away off the surface.
Sit! Oh, come on, Enos. Keep going. Hit him! Yes! Okay, we have to fight. We have to fight. Are you okay?
Yep, I'm good.
The Jeep kind of made a run for it. He got wrapped around a couple of bommies, and the only thing that you can really do in that situation is dive in and get the line around and off the bommies. So Stu was in there before we could blink, and after a couple of times going up and down, he unwrapped the line around these two bommies and the fish was free again. And it was kind of like, toing and froing, team effort. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't have landed that fish without Stu's help. The guides are incredible, they're there to help us, to guide us, and also for you to ask as many questions as possible, because they're the ones who are here all the time and they know these atolls like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
Oh. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is a model of sustainability, a model that will help this place and preserve it. We're on the earth for a very small amount of time, and if you're able to make a positive impact in any way, it goes a long way. This is a positive impact. This is sustainability. It's the use of the atoll in a very small amount, and in return we're protecting this place.